gate.
Just right out the hold on. I got to get our music going. Right, here we go. I think it's good. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you happy?
This is going to go exactly how I thought it was going to go. All right. It's good to be back. I know we took a little bit of time off. We were letting things marinate, letting things stew a little bit, Dwight.
Right. Yeah. You had an itch to get rid of.
It was honestly a lot of shots, a lot. And I was like, just whatever you think will kill it, take care of it.
Well, you and Bill Gates both.
See, we're already started. I mean, so I asked Dwight. I said, Dwight, what are we doing? What are we doing today? Where do we start? Where do we go? Because when I messaged you, because I know you were probably just frothing.
Mm-hmm.
You were bubbling with a conspiracy excitement.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, truth excitement. Because yes, I know there's a lot going on.
There is.
I guess you need to point me in the direction of where we need to go, because as an outsider, which again, all the the thoughts, images, ideas, musings of Dwight are not representative of me.
Of course not.
And I am strictly just
because I'm right and you're wrong.
Here to facilitate it. But you tell me, where do you want to go? Where can I lead us? Where can we go? Should I just leave the room and let you go?
Yeah, first off, yeah, you probably should, because you probably start off with an apology.
Oh, an apology. Okay, yeah.
I'd like to hear it.
I'd
like to hear your apology. From back in 2020. I have it on my phone. I have the recordings when we were live on air. And you were denying what I was showing you. Remember when I came to Michigan and I showed you some of this stuff? And I knew this back in 2012, but I had accumulated it all up until 2020, right? And then I gave it to you, presented it to you at your kitchen table with your wife and my wife.
Yes.
Everybody thought I was a
nut bar. No, not nut bar.
You made fun of me. You made fun of me on the air. You ranted and raved about how I'm losing it and everything's a PDF file. And
you were very well. Tom Hanks was a big topic of conversation. Hold on, I have a couple things to point out. First of all, one, I need to change the white balance. You are so tan. Compared to it's unbelievable how much darker you are than me on this. I'm bronze, man. Turn it up, Reggie. I want to burn. Second of all, I only pay attention to videos that you send me or show me of certain nature. Sometimes I get lost in the shovel. Third of all, before I say any sorries, Dwight, why don't you pick the biggest I told you so, and maybe is that good?
Where do I start? Dude, it's a fire hose now.
It's crazy. It's great. It's like drinking from a fire hydrant.
Here's the problem, though. Like this. Okay, so like, who gave us this stuff, right? Who dropped these files? And can we say even his name here before we get? Just call him J.E.
It rhymes with Schmepstein.
Let's call it what it is. It's Digis. So like it.
Go ahead.
Which I am right about and have been right about, but nobody's listening when I say the G. Okay, it's
easy, Cartman.
Okay, little hats. All right, let's just say that. All right, J.E. and the little hats.
All right.
Okay. So who's showing us this stuff, and why are you showing me? Why are you showing me something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're calling. When I say these people are the masters of human manipulation, they're the masters of human manipulation. Again. They'll drop some goofy stuff in there like they did, like they've admitted to doing in the UFO stuff.
Yeah.
They'll drop this goofy stuff in there to make everything you'll read it and be like, did I just read that?
Yeah.
What's that? Why is that in there?
They bait you in, whatever that may be. They give you little morsels that make you come back
all
for
look
more.
Goofy.
That little candy trail that we're following to the witch's house in the woods.
Do you remember Pizzagate?
Was that with the rat that ate the piece of pizza in the subway?
No, it has nothing to do with Chuck E. Cheese. You perv. You might as well, dude. Google your name in the JE files, and I want to see if it pops up.
I was the pilot. All right.
Okay, like we all like. I think the jig is up. The cat is out of the bag. We have crossed the Rubicon. The Pizzagate thing is real.
Yeah,
that's happened.
Okay.
But what they did was they sent that guy in there who is now dead. They killed him, right?
In 2-bullet suicide, right?
The cops killed him. They sent him in there to shoot the place up and like give this goofy did you know that, right? After that came out in the Podesta emails, that Pizzagate thing, the pedophilia and the Pizzagate thing.
Yeah.
You remember that? Me showing you any of this?
I don't remember.
Dude, you seriously don't know about any of this stuff.
Look, this
is all coming together now.
I'm a simple guy just trying to get by, okay? And I'm just right now. I'm wondering why everyone's so mad about the halftime show at the Super Bowl. That's what I was crazy. It was going on there.
This will all tie in.
It all see. Well, I know you sent me that weird, that Illuminati fever dream, whatever that was, dude, with the Eyes Wide Shut thing. Which also, by the way, not a single boob in that whole Eyes Wide Shut weird thing you sent me. Look. I want to see Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise having a weird orgy with masks on.
I know
we all still know who.
You know that was all cut out. That was all cut out of that movie, right?
Like the weird sex scene stuff.
Yeah, and like the sacrificing and all the kid stuff, the PDF file stuff.
Wait, they had that. Where they had like all cut out in there.
That was all cut out.
Was that Kubrick? I can't remember.
Yes,
that was.
Kubrick. And then you know who he died.
Like not long after making that.
Before that even was released.
All right, and then it was released after his death. Okay.
Bingo.
Okay, well, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Okay.
It was a documentary.
Okay, so what's the big glaring thing? What are we looking at right now?
Have you seen what's in the files? What they're showing us?
There's millions of files.
The tip of the iceberg.
All of that is redacted, or most of it is.
Again, it's redacted.
Of course. I knew that was going to be. When they said, oh, hey, we're releasing 1 million files, it's just black. It's just all redacted. So for the average, the average everyday man.
Your face, dude. They're throwing it in your face. There's not been one arrest. There's never been an arrest for COVID. Yep. There's never been an arrest for any of this stuff. They're throwing it in your face.
Will there be, or are we just okay? So what? So then, what's the point of the release then? What's the point of even dropping this next morsel? Because it was there during the Biden administration, and like we're going to release it, but they never did.
Obama,
but Obama. Okay, so even that. Let's just go with the last 2 presidents we've seen. Mm-hmm. Everyone's been saying release it, but then they don't release it. People who put it on their docket, part of their campaigning is that we're going to release it, doesn't release it. They do release it, but it's all redacted.
Yeah,
I guess. So for the everyman who's going, well, what should I look for? What am I? Where do I need to dig? I guess point us in that direction. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, they're using code. I mean, in some of the emails they're using code. You got to know what to look for when they use the code words like pizza and jerky and like all this goofy stuff. It's all been proven to be pedophilia stuff. Okay, now let's cut bait here. The files, blah blah blah.
Billions and millions of files. We got all this stuff. Yeah,
let's go deeper. This is a cabal. This is what this is. This is a cabal of, like, when I said that the USA, the United States of America, is the #1 human trafficking entity on the planet, dude. Nobody comes close to us. I was meaning, like, yeah, we are not, dude. I'm very, very concerned about the things that I say now.
Yeah,
we're not the good guys. We never were. And do you know why? Because this goes back to antiquity. This goes back to when I say that all roads lead to Rome, like, and once you see this stuff, you can't unsee it. I mean it, dude. I'm not making this up. I'm not playing a character. I'm like, this is what reality is. And what this is these people that are doing this stuff know the truth. Do you think for 1 second that these super powerful billionaire types, these elites, which we'll get into why they're called the elites, lights, why they're called that. Do you think that these elites do this stuff? This most evil, heinous stuff, and that there's no repercussion? Like, do you think these people think that there's repercussions? There's not.
I think you get to a point. Yeah, probably.
There is not a repercussion for it. They are worshiping something.
Now, hold on. Saying we're not the good guys anymore. How far back are we talking? Are we talking about the Washington days?
It could be.
We're talking about back to when we said, "Hey, we're done with England." Maybe was the England not wanting us to or letting us do our farther back? So the starting point. But wait. So the USA though, based on what we are,
Freemasons.
Columbus finding the
Freemasons.
But where's the start then?
Freemasonry was the start of the United States of America. They were Freemasons. They were not Christians. Founding fathers, some of them were, but the country was not founded on Christianity, not whatsoever. It was founded on Freemasonry. Like, I can't, dude, you've been in, not you personally, but like people have been indoctrinated.
What do you
by
mean,
education.
You people?
I mean the blacks and the Jews, but no, but everybody's been indoctrinated by the Rockefeller way of like the education system, which came from a Prussian system. Like we get into that too, but this is all part of a design by these incredibly intelligent things that know how to manipulate human beings and keep us into control. You've been tricked. You've been fooled. Like in this, it's hard for me to even like come out and say like, dude, I got tricked. I got fooled. Like, I mean, I voted for Trump. I'm not voting anymore. There are no sides. I keep saying this in there are no sides. There is no right. There's no left. Okay.
It's more of a top and bottom.
Yes.
Is that made more?
Yes.
Okay. So
yeah,
it's
top and bottom, but then
here, but
there is also an invisible. The people that you are seeing, if you ever see them, you are meant to see them. You do not see the real human. Okay, if you want to talk about the human beings that are in charge on this planet, you do not see them. They are the unseen. What is the unseen? It is the occult. That's what it means. It means it's the occult, the unknown, the unseen. They do not show themselves. They show their pawns. That's why those pawns go first. Okay, and then there's the unseen behind them, and that lives in a different
plane.
It's dimensional.
Yeah.
And it's spiritual. Like, and it's not spiritual like the stupid preacher tells you at the church, dude. It's scientific and it's technological. It's technology, dude. And this is what I've been saying when I say like it goes back into antiquity. Do you know who Baal is? Baal. Baal. It sometimes has a little asterisk over it, over one of the A's.
Inform us.
Okay, so Baal, we've talked about this in everything I talk about always comes back full circle. And I know it kind of gets repetitive and old, but dude, this is exactly what this is. It's an ancient Canaanite god. Okay, Baal. He's represented as a bull. It's the bull god. I am the bull god, and we're gonna
look. If we're gonna bring Kid Rock, you better watch out because
we're gonna bring it back to
Devil Without a Cause. Fantastic.
Show.
Look
to the Hillbilly halftime show that the Turning Point USA put on. You know, we're the opposite of what we saw in the Super Bowl. It's the same. They're playing you for.
I want everyone to know it as I just like the music's good. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to put it out there. Not to do a political stance or anything, but look, Ba Went to Ba. I was in high school when it came out. It was Devil Without a Cause was 1999. I was very impressionable.
What was it called?
Devil Without a Cause.
Oh, good Christian.
Well, also,
Kid Rock, Jesus, holier than thou.
I'm not. I don't care about what. I don't care what his religion is. What I want to know is, can I mosh to this? All right. He had so many good songs. Cocky was a great album too. Look, let's just call a spade a spade. They were good albums.
He also talked in some of his songs. I think it was called like Kidney Stone or something like that. About like PDF file. Doing things to underage girls.
Oh, that was a big thing that's been coming out there. Yeah. The statutory thing, all that, whatever it was. So.
Okay, this is
trap of knowledge. Look at it.
I'm like, this is so crazy. Like, people think I'm nuts, and they think that I've gone on this journey and like, dude, you've changed and you've done this and you've done that, and it's not about me, dude. It's about like this awakening that should be happening to all these human beings. Like, you can reference all this stuff, and they're like, you're just looking for patterns. Like, you goddamn right I am, because that's how we stay alive. That's how human beings have stayed alive for hundreds of thousands of years, is recognizing patterns. And when I see a duck. And it quacks like a duck, and it walks like a duck, and it acts like a duck. And then you gaslight me into thinking that, like, oh, no, dude, that ain't no duck. Like, you're crazy. Okay, I'm not the first guy to be pointing some of this stuff out, but, like, if I can get to one person and just say, here's a door, just go, just take a look at it. And that's it. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to, like, bring anybody into religion or under my ideology. I don't even have an ideology, dude. The right, the left. I am not going to vote. Trump's a piece of shit, just like all these other pieces of shit politicians. I mean, I think, I think I've been fooled, and I've been fooled so many times that, like, you can't get me again, because now I don't have a side, and I don't believe in sides anymore. So I want to go back to this Baal thing and like where this is all coming from. All these Hollywood elites that I talk about that are all these like crazy kooky PDF people, like they're all in this cult. It's part of the culture, right? Culture. If you want to destroy a country, you destroy its culture first. That's why you go after like all their movies and stuff, and you start making Star Wars gay as fuck. Dude, it's worse. Oh my God. You put a woman in charge of it and you just destroy like these young men's like imaginations of like, there was a great movie when it came out by like a Hollywood insider that was like showing you stuff like Steven Spielberg is like, I know I'm going to really fuck Spurg here, but like you go into like, oh, what were we shown during the Super Bowl on a Super Bowl commercial? Oh, Disclosure Day. It's a new movie by Steven Spielberg coming out about disclosure, about UFO disclosure. Like, dude, they're prepping you for something. They're prepping the battlefield for something. And they don't do anything without motive, without like directive. They know exactly what they're doing to control you, to control that. They need to control the narrative. And I keep getting away from the Baal thing, but it like all wraps around to this cult about Baal, about this ancient Canaanite god. Okay. And he was represented as the bull, and it was your child sacrifice. And you put your children in the cauldron. And who only did it in the beginning? It was the elites. Elite. Lights. What does El mean? Well, El in Hebrew is God. Light is group of. Okay. So like Canaanites, like, okay, right. So the Canaanites were worshiping this Baal thing, and it was he was represented as a storm god. Okay. Now let's just go back, because if you look at the JE files, like he named his email, some of his email files and some of his stuff Baal. And there's all this description of Baal. Like if you Google, you get on and you Google Baal in the Epstein file, it'll all pop up. Like these people are worshiping this ancient deity.
Hold on, real quick.
You sacrificed your children to.
That thing that someone set up where you can get in the Epstein emails and you almost act. Is that legit? Is that real?
Yes,
that is. So that's not just something that's been set up or something.
You can Google anything in the Epstein files to see if it's truly in there.
That one guy who they post is like, you can actually get into the Gmail and you can go through like the emails of what it is. That's
you can search words and
words and all that stuff.
100%.
Okay, I just because you brought up Kid Rock and I am the bull god.
Yep.
And I just want to read some of the lyrics.
Go down on the lyric list and read the bottom lyrics. I already did this yesterday.
I am free. I feed on all that is forsaken. I'm going to get you. I see through you. I'm going to get you like a train. Roll hard, letting off much steam. Never was cool, James Dean. All that good. I should know this. Swing low like a chimp back in '86. Okay, well, let's see.
Yep.
A lot of people vote
Bloodshot eyes.
Break it up. I got to set up and cut the lawn. Or is that what?
No, go behind the shed. Fire it up.
Fire it up. Top dog, because I'm the bull god.
You understand?
It's interesting. Yeah.
I'm the bull god. You understand? The illegitimate son of man.
Son of man. I always thought it was son of Sam. See, I was never good
son
with
of man.
Yeah. Every time that paper hits my tongue. And I'm just trying to see if I get a feeling of peace from low so high. I sit in my chair and I watch life go by. Oh, interesting. It's a great song, by the way, too. By the way, again,
it is.
Take what you want.
Dude, I loved that album when I was younger.
Oh, did
front to back.
Front to back. But okay,
let's go back to Baal and who he is and what it represents. So Baal, the elites were sacrificing their children to this thing, Baal, and it was a bull statue. Who was also a bull? Moloch. Who was also represented by the bull? Saturn, Kronos.
Yeah.
Okay. All this like child sacrifice that you're reading about in these Epstein files, you saw like the Epstein files where they like a guy said that he saw like a child being dismembered and eaten. And
this
has all been known. What we are seeing in these 3 million emails is the very, very tip of an iceberg that is so big that the American public will not believe it. And I was told that in 2020 by somebody that was in the know. And I'm not fucking kidding you, dude, one bit. I was told, he's like, there are things and he told me about Epstein. He told me about the Lolita Express and about how these elites were going to this island. He knew all about it. And he said something about that temple that was there too. And it's a temple to Poseidon. It's not like anything. It's a Poseidon temple, dude. I have so much to get out, but
Jason Momoa temple.
He's a great. He's so sexy. But you think he was on the island?
I think he was. I don't know. Who knows?
And that's the other thing too. Like, what if you had billions of dollars? Why would you risk all of that to go to this island and like touch kids? Why? You tell me why, and I'll tell you why.
Okay, now hold on. You tell me why. I'll tell you. We'll get to that. Let's take a look at maybe some of these lower tier people. these other people that have been mentioned. Oh, so-and-so was on a flight log. So-and-so asked if they could bring this person, that person. Was that a vetting process to see maybe how far someone would go? Would they kind of bait them? Because there's a lot of people that aren't, or maybe they are, I don't know, but it's like, really, so-and-so did? Or maybe they were only mentioned once or twice. Was there a vetting process to maybe see where they would go, how far they would go? And
yeah, there's blackmail involved.
100%. They get them in there and be like, oh, this person's not having it. That's what the
Zionists are about, dude. Yeah. That's what they've been, dude. That's what the Zionists have been about since antiquity.
Yeah.
This is like people like look, and they're not, and I'm not talking about the Jewish people. I'm not talking about them. Yeah. I'm talking about the elite Jewish people who are the Zionists, who aren't, they're not even Jews, dude. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, like, they're not even Jewish. Mm-hmm. They were German. It's the Rothschilds. We talked about this red shield, Rothschild. They had a Star of David on their, before they founded Israel, founded the Soviet Union under Saturn-esque principles. Like, their symbology was all Saturn, dude. It's 6-pointed stars, hammer and sickles. Like, dude, this is all, they blackmailed people. That's been their MO since antiquity, dude. They were Canaanites. The Israelites were worshiping who at the same time? This is what I'm trying to get through to you specifically, but maybe other people out there, is that like we went from monotheism to henotheism to polytheism. How did that happen? How did it happen? Yahweh was around at the same time Baal was. Worshipped by who? The Israelites. The Canaanites had Baal. Okay, Moloch falls in there too, but Moloch was also like the owl, like you sacrifice your children to him. Dude, we didn't have the internet back then. So let's think about this. Like, nobody had contact with each other. All of these gods, these separate gods, were all the same fucking thing. Yahweh was a storm god. Look it up. He was a war god. Look it up. Who was also a storm god? Oh, Baal was a storm god. He was a storm god over water. Then Yahweh was a storm god over the land. Like, all this goofy shit. What happened was they did exactly what the Egyptians, this is what I'm talking about. When I talk about like this God of the Old Testament, they absorbed them into one because they were one. Just like what the Egyptians did with Amun-Ra. Like they absorbed, these people would they'd merge these gods together. And I'm telling you, dude, these gods are real. They are real. There is a God of the Old Testament that's hellfire and brimstone. It is not the God in the New Testament. There isn't even like, I mean, maybe they were describing a God to like explain this away to people, but like, and again, like, I do believe Jesus existed 100%. It's just not the fucking story that we're being told, we're being lied to send all of our energy to this one thing. And if you think that it was just about blackmailing these people, no, because in the background, these JEs and all these top level people that were behind all the blackmail were doing all this stuff too. Why were they doing it? Why are they doing child sacrifice? Why? Why do they do it if it's not true? If it's not real? You like look at all these people that are like worshiping Baal and like they're throwing it in your face, dude. Like Yahweh and Baal, all the Abrahamic religions are the same evil demiurge God. It's the same thing. Go figure, the Gnostics were right. The heretics were right. That's why the Inquisition happened. That's why they tortured them to death. That's why they murdered and slaughtered and killed all the heretics. Not the Christians. The Christians will act like, oh, Jesus, like, you know, and I'm not saying like, I'm saying these people that call themselves Christians weren't even true Christians. Like, if you believe in Christ and love and all this other stuff, that's Christ-like, right? But these people, the Catholic Church, Rome, all these people like came together and took all these Abrahamic religions. Dude, it's Judaism, it's Christianity, which I would like kind of like to separate Christ and this demiurge thing, and it's Islam. It's all the same God, and this God is evil, and this God wants you to sacrifice your children, because in the New Testament there is a child sacrifice. You know what it is? It's Jesus. I'm going to sacrifice my only begotten son. And in turn, if you really believe, and like, I'll lead this all back. If you really believe Jesus was a sacrifice? It's not. Because if you do believe in the New Testament, everything that's in there is the gospel and it's true. And no human being went in there and went doop, 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 and gonna tweak this and tweak it. And like, because we got a problem here. And like, this guy was a real problem. So who killed him? The Jews. And then, okay, it wasn't a sacrifice because he came back to life. It's not a sacrifice. You've been duped, dude. And I want everybody to see this, that like what Christ did was he came here as the perfect consciousness, as a quantum field, what the quantum field wants us to be. And that's love. And those teachings of Jesus were true and they were good. But then human beings took that and they did a psyop on us, which were these Canaanites who transformed over time, who are worshiping this God who is real, who is the demiurge, who is in a different dimension, that is controlling humanity. And they threw their thing in there to coax us all into believing in basically like worshiping their God, sending all their energy, because in the end, dude, it's all about energy and it's all about frequency. And if I'm saying this, man, if you're scared of this God, like, you know, I'm about to kill my son, I'm about to sacrifice my son for Yahweh. And then an angel stops me and says, no, don't do that. We just wanted to know if you feared him. It's all about fear, dude. That Old Testament God is not a good thing. Okay. It's all about fear.
Let's bring it now. Okay. Because heavy stuff there and what you're putting down, I think, and it's the same thing we run into with why most people don't get too worked up about some Air Force pilot talking about actual alien encounter, you know, UFO encounters, whatever it may be, all this stuff that's put out, but then we're distracted by everything. So as someone today in 2026, hearing this, looking what's going on with Epstein, seeing what's being put out in front of us, I guess, what's the takeaway? What are we looking for? What should they look for? What is the next step to combat what these elites, like you said, are doing, what's happening there? Because most of us, it's the NIMBY thing. It's not in my backyard. Not in my backyard. I got a mortgage to pay. I got to go to fucking work.
Yep.
How is this? I get it. You know, you got a passion speech, but how am I, Joe Everyman, supposed to handle or do whatever is supposed to be doing here with these elites? Because like you said, nothing's going to happen. So what do I do then? Just keep going to work on Monday and figure it out from there.
Taxes, bro.
Keep paying your taxes.
Keep paying these people. Keep believing in the system. The system is a fraud, dude. The system, the political system, the education system, the healthcare system. It's all a system, dude. It's a fraud. And here's what you need to do. Your great question. What can you do? And I was asked that in the gym too by a young man that I lift with every once in a while. He's like, so, I knew this. Like, so what can I do about it? I can't do anything about it. So what? I'm
just
like,
keep lifting and keep on living, I guess.
So that's planned conditioning. And what they did was they did a study on dogs, and they would like shock these dogs. I could go through the whole study, but it would take a long time. And basically it was like, eventually these dogs that were getting shocked were just like, I'm not going to try to escape. Shock them. I'm not going to try to escape. And the dogs that weren't used to it would escape, would jump off the electrical pad. This is planned conditioning. This is planned. It's called conditioned helplessness. And that's what they're doing to you. That's why they're showing you this
Stockholm syndrome. It's like, like, you know, I get what you're saying.
Like what just like what religion is. It's fucking to keep you down, to keep you small, to keep you in a cube, in a box. That's what the representation of Saturn was. Do you know in the Epstein files? And here, let's get into this too. When I say that all the Abrahamic religions are all this evil, awful, diabolical demiurge thing that lives in it doesn't live. It just exists in another dimension. It's an entity. It's a consciousness that is in this other dimension. You know, you look in the Epstein files. Well, he was supposed to be a Jew, right? Supposedly, the prince of Saudi Arabia sold him some of the sheathing of the Kaaba. You know what the Kaaba was, right? I think we talked about it. It's that cube. It's a black cube that they circle in Mecca. It's a representation of Saturn. Okay, are we starting to put this together now? They sold him the sheath off of it. Sold it to him to make a carpet out of it. Put his feet on it. The royal family of Saudi Arabia, you can mark me down right now, and it'll come out to be the truth. They're not Islam. They're Jews. It's, dude. They're Zionists. I shouldn't even say they're Jews. They're Zionists. They're not what you think they are. You know,
which is, again, I think,
let's pit all these religions against each other.
Well, yeah, that's the easiest way
to
do it.
There's 3 people playing chess.
Yeah.
Not even playing chess. There's 3 people. When you have a chessboard, there's 3 people. There's only 2 contenders, but there's one other person. It's the guy the guy that owns the board.
The guy that owns the board.
And the guy that owns
I'm more
the board.
of a Monopoly guy, but I'm right there with you.
So what can you do it? And that's same shit, right? Like, so what can you do, right? What can you do? Mm-hmm. It's throw it in your face. Like, you're aware.
Mm-hmm.
It's awareness. It's awakening. Look at what happened to Jim Carrey. Everybody thought he was nuts. It's almost like his life collapsed, like his career collapsed. And I thought he was nuts too. Thought he was just some kook. And here it turns out, like after the Truman Show, dude, he could not unsee it. Because if you watch the Truman Show, that is all symbology.
God, it's a great movie, but and the guy it's wild to think about it. Yeah, yeah.
Dude, if you read that, watch that movie and look at all the representation. Mm-hmm. The light that falls is named Sirius, right? Which is a Promethean thing, which is Luciferian, which is the light bringer. I think we've got these stories all wrong. Prometheus came first, not the story of the Bible. And Prometheus was who? Prometheus was the good guy. He brought fire to man. He brought things to man that could advance them and to fight against Zeus, who was oppressive, right? He was oppressing the human beings. He was the light bringer. So when that falls, it falls between 2 pillars, which is very like Masonic, like an explanation of like what those pillars represent. But if you go like Christoph was the guy sitting in the moon, right? In the moon, like
watching everything, controlling everything.
And the stairs, dude, the stairs going up for him to escape. It was 33. There was 32. And then the final step was outside. There was 33 degrees of masonry. 33-degree masons.
What about the backwards Kangol hat? What about that? He wears that backwards newsboy hat. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. But let's get back to ball. Let's get back. Well, okay. Like when I say what can you do? What can you do? It's your awareness, dude. You know what they're doing. You stop playing their game. You stop doing it. There's 3 things
on an election level, though. But I mean, I
do not vote anymore.
Yeah,
I will not vote. I will not participate in that bullshit because that's what it is. They're playing you like a cheap flute, dude. And every time, like, let's have a hillbilly halftime show. It's a real American halftime show. ICE and all this goofiness, like with these like people that are here, they're like committing crimes and you're going to support them. Like, yeah, sometimes you corrupt these goofy people to like get them on your side because the left is easy to manipulate. But then you have all these ICE agents. Dude, that fucking small government. Like, I don't want these guys running. Like, anyway, I'm getting like a little off, but it's to play each other. It's to play us off against each other. Stop paying attention to that and start paying attention to them and who's pulling the strings and why am I being shown this? Why is the news media showing you all of this stuff? They're showing you this for a reason so they can control the narrative. They can pit you against your neighbor, dude.
Yeah.
Like all this goofy shit. No matter what, no matter if it's right, left, religious, anything. They're showing you this for a reason to control you.
It's impressive how, especially when you look at media, because like all the major news outlets, it's owned by like 3 corporations, and when they do that breakdown, but they've done a beautiful job of making this side feel like they're right, making this side feel like they're right, making that side, and somehow we all think we're right, and we're all angry at each other. I got you, man.
It's a distraction, dude. It's a fucking the sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Look over here. Like
we're being Copperfielded, you sons of bitches.
And I went into the Super Bowl and I was just like, this is so lame. The halftime show, like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And it was all to like infuriate the right. It's on purpose. Let's put this guy in here that represents this, and then let's get this another controlled opposition, which is that Turning Point USA bullcrap. Like that evangelical goofiness is not true Christianity. It's not in any way, shape, or form, dude.
Well, you got like Lee Brice singing "True American." It's like
True American. It's American. Like, God, this is so cringe.
It was.
And then you got all these young people that are like buying into this. All these boomers that are sitting there watching Fox News and CNN and all this stuff. They play right into it, dude.
Yeah.
What I'm hopeful for is some of these young kids that are like, they're sick of the system and they know they're being screwed by it. Like, and they're starting to like peek behind the veil and be like, this isn't everything I've been told is wrong, dude. And Gen X, I think, was the start of it because we were the first generation and like really, really push back on authority.
Access to the internet and getting knowledge around where it wasn't, we weren't all in such these little bubbles. And also too, because it can, poor information can also spread actually faster than good information. But
that's why they drop it in there.
Right. And they found we had access to it, and then it got completely muddied with them going, oh wait, too much information yet. So yeah, but you're right. Gen X was probably the first one, and then being able to share and then millennials, and then spreading it out.
Yeah, dude.
But now Gen Z, though, Gen Alpha, whatever it may be, they've almost got too much out there. It's hard to even kind of pick where you're going.
Drinking from a fire hose, right?
Right.
And then these powers that be are really good at dropping that misinformation in there to make you look stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. I went into the Super Bowl. I watched it for purposes, right? Because I knew we were coming on here. I wanted to
terrible game, by the way. What it was boring as
on purpose, dude. Then they throw all the betting in. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started
is crazy.
With all that shit.
Oh my god!
And that's all ran by these Zionists. They don't believe it. That's all part of the plan.
Oh, dude. When you get billions of dollars involved, there's shady stuff. Plan. There's shady stuff happening. And when billions of dollars are involved,
it's nuts, dude. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I sit back, like I'm doing some laundry, I'm meal prepping, I'm doing all this stuff, but I just I want to watch the coin toss, Yeah. And I watched the stupid referee walk out there with the coin, and he's like, he looks at it, he's talking to the guys, he's like, here's Lady Liberty, this is heads, and he turns the coin around, and I saw it face the camera, and dude, I'm not kidding you. I saw it face the camera, and I looked at it.
Sacagawea coin. No,
I looked at it, and I'm like, that's some goddess or something fighting a lion. Immediately I saw it, and I was like, that's representation. Symbolism means things, and they do it on purpose. This is not by accident. And he looks at it, and he goes, and this is tails. And I'm like, you fucking retard. So I looked up who printed the coin and all this stuff, and that's the coin. Okay.
I see, so I see Lady.
Okay, yep. And then look at the tails.
And then the tails, it looks like a Spartan fighting, there's a baby and a cougar.
Yep.
Something like, and a shield.
I don't know if you can see that, but then there's two snakes, and the child is wrestling with two snakes.
Oh,
and it says non sin dilis amanas infantas.
Probably some Latin stuff in there. Yeah.
Infinus. Okay. Yeah. So what that means is the interpretation was the courageous child is not without the aid of the gods.
Oh.
Ben Franklin, who is a Freemason.
Benjamin Franklin, who, by the way, loved older women.
Who's a Freemason?
He was a big fan of it. Attaboy.
Dude, there you go. Okay, let's start realizing that this country is not any way, shape, or form based on Christianity. Was never, will never be, is never be. It's based on Freemasonry. And you put that on the coin. You put Lady Liberty on one side, and you put the other on. Dude, they're showing it. They have to show it to you. Yeah. Why do they have to show it to you? They have to show it to you for consent. And that woman, that I believe the warrior there, my sister looked at it and she's like, that's Athena. And I didn't dig into it far enough, but that's who that is. That's Athena.
I can see that.
You know who Athena was?
She's the goddess of war, wasn't she? Or no, she was the mother of Hercules.
Okay, so and she was the daughter of Zeus. I believe she was the daughter of Zeus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was the father of Zeus?
Kronos or whatever the
Kronos.
Yeah. And he ate his children, and he did all that. Yeah.
What did he do?
He ate his children. Yeah. Yeah. And then didn't the one come out and or before he got ate or something? I can't remember all of it because you had the what were they called?
It was Zeus that came out. Yeah. And tricked him or something.
Yeah. It wasn't the Cyclops. Why can't I think of the name of it?
Do you know who Kronos is?
He's Saturn.
You got it.
See, I'm listening to you.
You got it.
Kronos, Greek related to Kronos, youngest of the Titans.
Yep,
that's what it is.
He is the youngest Titan.
Yeah, and he's the one that fought the other. Yeah,
there was an older Titans, and there was younger Titans.
Yeah, and then you have Remember the Titans. Great movie. Ryan Gosling's first star.
Retarded black man. Nice, gentle, kind black man.
That's radio. That's radio. You're thinking of Radio. Cuba Gooding Jr. Great movie. Great movie. Unbelievable. Okay.
I do have one more thing to get to. Okay. To show you that, I also just before I blow your mind even further.
I thought it was going to be blown when we were talking about Devil Without a Cause, a fantastic album.
Kid Rock, you pedo.
You said, no. Good Lord.
But yeah, he's a joke too, dude. He's like, yeah. I mean, if you talk about controlled opposition, he's it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the whole halftime thing about like fighting back and forth. But here, like the Dagon. I want to talk about Dagon too. Who that is to Baal, and who these ancient like early gods are in polytheism. And then all of a sudden now we just have one. Like it went to monotheism. Like it did. Dude, that did not happen overnight. Like okay, Dagon was who? Who was Dagon? He was El. Okay, that was the father of Baal in the mythology. In the mythology, father of Baal. Look up Dagon priest.
I think I've heard that before.
Look up Dagon priest.
Oh, geez, not Georgia Pacific.
This will lead into my other thing too, real quick. Dagon priests.
Oh yeah, I've heard of those before.
Okay, you see the hat?
Yeah, see the hat? Yeah,
it's a fish.
It kind of looks like a Pope.
He was like god of like sea and things like that. You see,
that's a Pope hat. That's the Pope hat. The Pope. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, I think I have something here. Hold on.
God.
Hold on. Wait, I got something for this. Wait, where'd it go? Hold on.
This is. Did you do this for actual profession?
Yeah, I did. I thought I had. Here, I got this one. Oh wait, I got this one.
And twins.
It's different. That's from the old classic Miller Lite commercial. Remember? And twins. Okay, but yeah, it's a Pope hat. This is a Pope hat. A Dagon is Look, here's the.
It's a Pope hat. Okay, so that's paganism then. Oh, strange. Yeah, they're fish hats, and they still wear them.
Oh yeah, look, it's a fish head. It's a fish mouth. I get what you're saying.
Representation. Okay, so his father, Baal's father, in the mythology was Elohim, the only God. Elohim. Okay,
I've heard that before too.
Because it's all over the fucking Bible.
Yeah. Well, no, I was saying in the movie. The movie, what's it? It's about. It's got. It's oh man, it's a really good movie. It's a really good movie.
Elohim.
One of the Islam guys says it.
Oh, that could be. Yeah.
It's it's Orlando Bloom, Kingdom of Heaven.
Okay, yeah, Elohim.
That's what I heard that. That's what I say. I heard
because you can use that as like a plural or like. There's a lot that goes into that. A lot of people thought that like Elohim meant many gods. Okay, and it's all over the Bible, which is strange. Which is like there shall be no other gods before me. Like. Okay, so you're acknowledging that there's other gods, and then they say, no. You get these idiots like Wes Huff that are like stuck in the box that don't do any kind of scientific research whatsoever on the Bible, and it's just like, no, that means God's within men's hearts. I'm like, you are still the perfect God that you are saying is perfect. Yahweh is still saying that there are gods inside of men's hearts. You're still giving it legitimacy. If you're the perfect God, if you're the perfect being, wouldn't you have a way of saying that?
Look at that.
Yeah, he's fish god, dude.
So that's Poseidon.
Yeah, exactly.
What we talked about before. Yeah.
You know who fought Poseidon? I believe Baal did. Okay. So like, yeah, I mean, I'm getting some like, dude, I'm going way back to like trying to figure.
This is so many Mesopotamian area. Yes. Yeah, like it's crazy. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. In Enlil, you go back to the Sumerian gods and Enlil. Okay, like I want to get back to this
Enlil right here. Just that's and Hurrian
that's
Kamabre.
That's Yahweh,
as well as the Lord, God's precious source of.
That's who Yahweh turned
royal
into.
Legitimacy. Interesting.
That's who Yahweh turned into, dude. That's who the Christian God, the Abrahamic religion God is. Like it goes back. You got to keep like everybody just stops and puts themselves in a fucking box. And it's like, well, wait a minute. Like I was a kid and I was going to Sunday school. I'm like, where did this God come from? Because there was all these other gods that like these people were worshiping. And it's just like, yeah, we don't want to talk about that. Of course you don't. Of course you don't. Because it doesn't fit your narrative because you sit in a box, dude. Like if I did that at my job, I wouldn't be worth shit. Yeah. And I'm telling you this, that these people, these really powerful people know all this stuff. And if we don't start waking up and figuring out like what's going on and what we're doing and where we're sending our energy and how we're treating each other, we're cooked because something's coming. I keep saying this.
I don't know if we can do it though. I don't think we can do it though.
We can. We can do it. Yeah. I know we can do it. And what we can do is like we might need a little help. Get a little help from my friends.
Try a little help from my friends.
Dude, we might need a little help.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. Like I'm okay with a little help. And again, you're going to get a lot of these people that believe in a lot of this box theory and be like, that's demonic. Don't go near it. And it's just like, man, that's what I've been told about, like, not saying certain things that I'm going to be called like a racist and this, that, and the other thing. And it's just like not working no more. And that's what's cool is like, we're all waking up to this goofy shit. Yeah. Like we're waking up to the political thing that's just trying to separate us. And there is no right and the left. There's only winners and losers.
Yeah. Yeah, the political things really, I think, come to a head. I think that's
tip.
That is the right. And then whatever happens there, because I've never seen us more divided ever. And it's just, and it shouldn't be. It's so wild. It's like, that's crazy that we are so divided on something. And I always go, and who knows how far it goes back as far as our elections are concerned. But yeah, it just seems like a big glaring thing when you look at it. It's like in Super Bowl, how goofy what we were all upset about, what half the country was upset about and the other half was upset about. Yeah. What a goofy thing for us to be worried about at this point. Right. So that, like you said, that little look over here so we can do this.
Yep.
Over here.
It's this. It's this. It's this.
Oh, that's
right up your butthole. Like, I want to show you this, dude. Okay, this was on the files. Okay. Ugh. Take a look close and show me, like, on the symbolism on the see the symbol. See the symbol?
I see a triangle with the swirling.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, just show people here. Yeah, so okay. Right, all right. Now I want you to do a little thought experiment here. Yeah. I want you to look up FBI symbol for boy lover. I know it's going to be on your work computer, but it's for work purposes.
FBI symbol.
Okay. Yep.
A symbol for. Do I have to put boy?
Boy love. Do it. God damn it.
This is gonna be in here.
There it is. Okay. Oh, so
that is
go to the top one, the first one, very first one.
Right there.
Yep. Okay, that's on the FBI. That's how they talk to each other. Oh, man. Okay. So this is how pedophiles talk to each other. You understand?
Well, our tattoo shop will not do the following tattoos.
They put so it's symbology to signal to one another.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, hey, we're in it.
Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
FBI.
Creepy FBI. It's on there. Yeah. So much so even tattoo shops will say we won't do this symbol.
This is 2019 Youth Day at the Vatican.
That is a very poor choice of symbols that they would have used. You can't see it, but the whole shawl is that's the triangle with the maybe
that's
someone
that's the Pope 2019 Youth Day at the Vatican.
Maybe someone just thought they like the symbol.
Brock.
That's really poor choice.
Let's take ourselves. Wait, hang on.
Microsoft Paint art. Yep.
Let's take ourselves out of the box.
Out of the box. Yep.
I just showed you this stuff. Fuck you think's going on? Take yourself out of the box. I just showed you this stuff.
Yeah.
What? Give me your best guess of what's going on.
I just
boy love.
I think someone did a bad job of Microsoft Paint. Someone copy and pasted what they shouldn't have done.
What do you think's going on?
It doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good.
Not a good look. Not a good look.
Not a good look for the Vatican, is it?
No. And they haven't had a good look in how long? I don't know.
Christians.
Yeah.
They're the core. They're the pinnacle of Christianity. Okay, bastardized Christianity. Mm-hmm. I want to be very clear.
Before we go down that giant rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And what
you don't have to.
No, because I think you hit a lot of stuff on the head as far as the big part is, and what I look at, because again, as someone who has bills to pay, owes a mortgage, is trying to make sure everything's good, there almost comes to a point where we're just exhausted. We're like, fine, there's a group of elites. Can I keep my house? Can I keep my, then what is okay in 5 minutes or less, if you can.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Turning point. Mm-hmm. Then turning what point. Is the turning point? Because you see, I'm no dummy. That's crazy. That's and coincidences only go about it. Coincidences only go so far.
I don't cast my pearls among swine.
But I've seen
from the Bible.
Great comic too. Pearls Before Swine. Do you remember that from the Sunday comics? Great one. It was anyway.
No, but that's this too.
Oh,
Eric Trump. This is Eric Trump, and then Laura told him to knock it off.
Oh, she's like, hey, stop making that symbol. Yeah.
She's like, no, stop.
Yeah.
Okay. And then just one more. This is what I wanted to talk about too. Do you know what that represents?
I've seen.
You know what that represents?
The Luciferian.
It's the divine goddess worship.
What about this? What does this one represent?
It's only when I do this to you. Okay, wait. Hang on. Hang on.
Yeah.
It's divine feminine goddess worship. Okay. And he does this all the time. This is not by accident. Again, if you think it is, you're being duped.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the reason why judges wear robes, and why the priests wear robes. Every time you see a priest wearing a robe, that is divine goddess worship. I'm telling you. And those robes are always black. A lot of them. They're black to represent Saturn. Like, this is all leading back to the same thing. This is what the Gnostics talked about. Then I'll get to what you want to say. This is all what they were talking about. This is one entity that is evil. Okay. If I was the devil, and you think that these like evangelical Christians that think the devil is so smart, if the devil is as smart as you say he is, why wouldn't he play both sides? Why would he not make the illusion to you that, like, I am Yahweh?
Oh, play dirty.
And dude,
play dirty.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
It's
like
the devil.
These things are real, dude. They're consciousness. They're scientific. It's just something we haven't discovered yet that's sitting here right with us. We can only see a very narrow spectrum of what it is. And I'm telling you, when they're sacrificing children, they're pleasing their God. They're pleasing their evil entity, because there is no justice on the other side, dude. When you die, there's just these evil spirits, and you are an evil spirit inhabiting a body, and you're doing this evil stuff. That's why in the UFO lore, they talk about banishing these things to planets like this, like, because planets are consciousness. And this is going to get into exactly what you're talking about. You can call me crazy, you can call me loony, you can call me all this stuff, but there's way too much evidence.
You just don't ever call me late for dinner. All right.
Don't ever call me a PDF, because that is the ultimate evil. Like, is to even be around. Dude, it's so fucking creepy, right? Like, it creeps regular people like us out. And these people are doing it because it creates a frequency from these children, because these children are innocent. They are what? The virgins, sacrificing virgins. When you look at antiquity, when they talk about sacrificing virgins, they're not talking about some like 18-year-old woman that has not had sex. They're talking about children. Okay. Sacrificing virgins as children. And what they do is they create this like incredible fear and terror when you're a kid. And it irradiates from you into this dimension. And these things come in like sharks, and they feed on it. And so what do they get in return? Right. Well, they get knowledge. They maybe get plugged back into the matrix in a high level position. They get more power. They get protected by these things because they rule here. You know, when in the Bible, it talks about like the devil ruling earth, like it kind of is true.
Yep.
I don't even think Lucifer and like the devil are the same thing. I don't even know what to believe with that.
Yeah.
Because that is a story that predates that goes to Prometheus, who he actually was the good guy. Like, so this doesn't make any sense, right? But I know when you're sacrificing things to something, or you are worshiping something that is evil. Nothing should need your worship. Nothing should need your attention. It doesn't make any sense, people. Let's wake up. So here, like, what your question? What was the question again?
For the everyman, the guy who is just trying to survive and goes, okay, it might almost just be easier. Let these crazy rich people do what they do, as long as I can take my vacation, as long as I can pay my bills. I got a roof over my head. Yeah, Doritos might be a little bit more, but so what? I'm still eating and I'm still alive, and I'll make it to hopefully 73, and that's it.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Okay? I'll vote for who I need to vote for, whatever I think. Just get us through this mess, and I'll watch Last Man Standing, and we'll do whatever we need to do. We just kind of work through the motions. What does he take from all this?
So what I think, and we'll go into like, and what I think really doesn't even matter. Like, I think something's coming, and they're preparing us for something. Like, things are getting too crazy, and like with AI, and they're trying to like get ahead of certain things. And I think what's coming is human awakening. And I think that's important, because I think it is the question. It is like I got that question for people that are super close to me. It's like, so what can you do about it? Like, stop talking about it, like it scares them. And it's because human awakening is coming. And I think from like all the signs that I've read, and I've been spot on about this stuff from the fucking beginning. And you can laugh, you can giggle, like whoever out there can laugh and giggle, but I have been since COVID, all this stuff, dude. This is what it's coming down to. It's coming down to human awakening. And what it is we're given a chance here, and we're given a chance to either go in a negative quantum wave or a positive quantum wave. It's all incredibly scientific. It's all incredibly like technologically advanced, if you will, that we haven't figured out quantum wave and field yet to the fullest. But I think we have maybe there are people, maybe they're us. Like, I think that there's things that are out there that are that are trying to help us, that are trying to help humanity, like break free of this, like this fog that we're in, that is created by these people. And I think when human awakening comes, there's more and more of us coming. Mm-hmm. Like, there's more and more of us every single day, dude, that are waking up to this, like this you versus me bullshit. Mm-hmm. And I think what happens is, and you can, I don't know this for a fact, but I think what happens is every planet, in every consciousness, like a consciousness group, like we're a group of human beings that all share the same consciousness. When that trajectory goes, it can go one of two ways. It can go down a negative quantum wave, mm-hmm. or it can go down a positive. And once it starts to veer down that negative, I think something comes in cataclysms and reset the board.
Reset the board.
It resets the board, because I think then it leads into like a bigger group of collective consciousness.
You almost got to we got to prove ourselves,
because they don't want us out there
with the negative
creating
stuff.
a negative quantum field.
For sure, yeah.
It's all about this positive quantum field. And like I said, in one of our very first podcasts, something's coming, and what these things are trying to do is like create this antithesis, this critical mass of consciousness that like is positive consciousness, that is love and like all that good stuff that
vibes
that Jesus came here and tried to warn us about, mm-hmm. and he got taken out.
Yeah.
Like, so positive, negative, you got one or two options. And I think what's coming is
the like help
disclosure, the help, and the help will be like, here we are. Everything is bullshit.
Yeah.
And like, again, you're going to get a lot of people to be like, they're demonic. Don't mm-hmm. believe them. Don't trust in them. And it's just like, well, what does your heart say? Mm-hmm. Like who's sacrificing babies here? Mm-hmm. Who's doing all this evil shit?
Who's looking out for who's doing what? Right. I got you. Yeah.
There's malevolent and there's benevolent. Yeah. Maybe we're opening ourselves up to like other things.
Yeah.
And it's just stuff that we maybe just can't see, dude. I don't know. All I know is that we're, that which I do not know, I do not think I know. And the more that I do know, the more questions I have. Mm-hmm. And guess what? The more I don't know.
Yeah.
So
the questions the higher elite are scared of. That's they hate the questions. And they hate the enlightenment of whatever it may be. Yeah.
And if you look into it, dude, like you look into like the biggest fear of like reptilian people or reptilian entities
Mark Zuckerberg
is being discovered.
Yeah, for sure.
And being exposed. Yeah. And there is, I'm going to go back to it. Like, dude, I look back in antiquity and there's some truth to that. There's something going on there. Yep. There's a there. And if you think that there isn't, and that there could never be, just realize that like, you can't see the quantum. Mm-hmm. So just because you can't see it, taste, touch it in our very narrow spectrum, like all I'm saying is, dude, just be open to it.
Lines.
And be conscious of it, right? Yeah. And then if you can, just be like, when you're in that negative wave, like you're feeling depressed, anxiety, like hate, all that stuff, just realize like that's not you. That's something else. Mm-hmm. That's something else putting something in your head, dude. Your natural state isn't that. Your natural state is love. Mm-hmm. And just realize that like maybe there's some sort of consciousness being attached to you. And that's what they talk about, like with how like bloodlines can be cursed. And I believe it's in your DNA. Mm-hmm. And it's all, I believe it's in the helix. It's like in the it's in what they call the golden ratio of the DNA. And it's actually like these consciousnesses that like follow. And I think it's all very scientific. It follows your bloodline. And like to break that, is to become aware and awake and awaken. And I think that's, dude, I'm not kidding. I think that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I think I'm breaking like a curse that might've been on our family. Like, and we all have it from antiquity until we become aware. And that's all I'm here to do is just become aware. All I can do is like do it for myself. And I feel like, dude, I feel just like when I see Jim Carrey now, I feel him now. I used to think he was just a nut.
I pick up what you're laying down, and this was an interesting conversation. And I all I know is for sure is we are in a weird space in humanity. We are in a weird time. Sometimes you look and you just go, what's happening?
You know, I think we all signed up to be here at this time.
Yeah.
I 100% do.
We just something
to watch something go down.
Well, something is going down. Either way,
it's happening, dude.
There's, like I said, this was a fun conversation, and I'm excited to see. Well, I'm not excited to see because it's been just a madhouse, but we'll see what happens in the near future. And we will break it down, you know?
Yeah.
And also, let's all agree, Kid Rock's Devil Without a Cause album, fantastic album. Okay. It's a banger of an album. Look, anybody who says it's not, you're lying to yourself.
And then he goes into that only God knows why. And I'm like, and I'm sitting in my truck driving to like,
only God.
I was sitting in my S10. I had the stoplights on East Washington, ready to go to night school for my plumbing class, and I was just like,
only God does know why.
Why you do that to me?
And then he makes that remix with Sheryl Crow and put your picture away. I mean, come on now.
And then the very next song, he's talking about, I got a whirlpool, don't even ask. Licking pussy underwater, shooting bubbles up your ass. And I was like, what?
I'm on a roller coaster of emotions. Okay, this is gonna do it for Brock and Dwight.
That makes you masturbate with your tears.
Tell you what, no one loves me like me. I'm gonna send us out.
Get me out of here.
Thanks, everybody. Oh, here we go.
With the twins.
I got all the breakdowns from those commercials. It was the greatest thing ever. Dwight, always a pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Tranny Bud Light?
I think so. Miller Lite. It was
Miller Lite.
Okay. Yeah, Miller Lite. But either way, we'll see y'all next time.
Get me out of here.
And put on your boogie shoes. Something's happening. Something's going on. Unbelievable. And twins.